Yo, what's going on, guys? Snoozman back here with on the YouTube video, and today we're going to be talking about how to create a player and add that player to a franchise here in Madden 26. Now, guys, it's a pretty simple, easy thing right here. So we're going to go ahead, just keep in mindful of what you want to do with your player, of course. So let's go ahead and go to Creation Center, and then we're going to go player and uniforms, create a player. So once we make it here, basically they're giving me a Broncos template for some reason. Not sure exactly what that is, but basically, guys, I'll give you guys an example. Just mess with my player real quick, and then kind of show you guys what to do from there. But we'll go ahead, just name it Snoozman right there, and we got the QB. That's fine. Number 8, okay. College, we'll put Nebraska. Birth year '05, whatever, and then you can put their hometown rating. You can completely mess with their rating. So as you guys can see in the gray, it's gonna every time you do this, it's gonna raise that overall eventually. So now it's a 40 overall, whatever. So you'll get to the point where everything is preset to a 65 out of 99, and then you can keep going and going and going to the point where you can max them out to be a 99. Same thing with the attributes, which is the throw style. So certain mechanics you can mess with as well. Again, I'm just kind of running through this, that way you guys don't wait. I actually really like this player's gear. I'm not going to, again, just for the point of the video, I'm not going to do anything crazy. His contract, I guess you start out with a 3-year, 2.28 mil total salary. So just keep that in mind. You're creating a player and adding a player. You're going to get him on a cheap deal anyways, because he's just a created player up until the point where, I mean, if you're playing very well with that player, especially if you're playing with him at quarterback and you're just loading him in as a 99, that's kind of like a cheat code because he's a 3-year, 2.28 million total salary, literally $0 signing bonus, 99 overall. That he's just going crazy for you. You don't have to repay that. He's probably going to not ask for a ton either, just because his contract's so low. By the time his contract is due as a 99, you're not going to really have to do much about that either. You can mess with his physique, which is kind of a feature I don't remember from Madden 25. They probably labeled it a little bit different. Yeah, it looks like the same setup. But once you are done with that, okay, so it looks like you're just locked into a team. But I'll show you guys how to kind of work around that. So his team is the Broncos, whatever reason that is. I can't change that for some reason, but we'll go ahead and we'll hit save changes. And then I'm not sure if it's going to edit current uniforms, create a player. Discard. Okay. So, okay, I hit save changes. It didn't really give me the opportunity to, you know what, let me go to Creation Center and see if I can maybe load a delete of one of those files, possibly. Roster, offense, defense, franchise, CPU, player, skill, draft, team builder, all. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can just load into it, guys, and then see if he does pop up with the Broncos. Now, you can't do this unless you're a commissioner of a league, to where what I'm about to show you guys, because it didn't let me change the team, but we can do that. But you can only be a commissioner in an online league, and then of course you can do this in a solo league. I'll show you from the solo perspective, but like in an online league, just to break it down, I mean, you would have to, um, choose. You can't even play with like multiple teams like that in an online league, but basically you have to choose that team and try to cut them and put them in free agency for a pool between you and your friends, and then one of you guys can basically pick them up from there. But in a solo league, I'll show you guys that we can use a certain tool that I've already showed you guys before. We'll go to solo, and then we'll go roster here, and then We'll go to Broncos. He should be on there now because I think in Madden it immediately presets itself to whatever you save. I could be wrong on that though, because there's before I was able to just load it. If not, I'm gonna have to load it. I'm gonna have to figure that out. But let's go ahead and go to depth chart and okay, so it's still showing my legends. This is pretty funny. I just made a video on how to do a Legends fantasy draft, so it's still showing my legends, unfortunately. Um, but he is here. But it's I accidentally still loaded my current Legends fantasy draft roster that I just loaded in with you guys. But he is here. All you have to do is create him, save it, load it. Well, I wasn't able to load it, but just save him. He automatically goes there. Now, if you didn't want him to be on the Broncos, and let's say I'm a Bears fan, right? I wanted him on the Bears, and I'm in a solo league. Basically, what you could do is let me get to the point where I'm going to adjust lineup and see if I can select. Okay, I can't even do it from there. Um, can't do it from depth chart, adjust lineup. Where's my? Yeah, there we go. NFL rosters, and then from there I should be able to click on them. Go to quarterback. We'll click on them, and then there's going to be a release tab here. I could just trade him away, but what I'll do is I'll release him, and you freed up nothing because I mean he's literally paid nothing. Like I said, go over to options, go to user teams, create new character. I'm a Bears fan, so I'll go to the Bears, hit real life coach. Again, doesn't matter what you do there. And then basically we'll just hit start playing and then go to the free agency. And then he should be there because this is the same franchise. I don't know if that's in GM's office. Yeah, it is. Okay, free agents. And then we'll go to quarterback. It's on the left. I mean, he's going to be like a 40 overall, so we got to go all the way down here. If I mess with the stats a little bit more, there he is. Okay, and then we'll just sign him from here. Sign to roster for 950K, even though. Okay, so you guys get it. I can't. The Bears apparently are already negative 12 in the cap, so I can't even sign 950K, which is absolutely pathetic. But you guys get it. If you didn't take a team that has negative 12 million, you have to work around your favorite team's awful cap room to get 950K to your creative player where you wanted him to go. Again, only reason I had to even do this is because it doesn't allow me to change the player's team for some reason. It just preset them on the Broncos, but that's how you would do it, guys, in an offline league. Again, if you're in an online, you're just going to basically have to be a commissioner, select that team, and then, unfortunately, yeah, select that team that he's on and release him, and then basically put him in a pool between you and your friends or whatever team that you guys want him to go to. So that's basically how it will go, though, and how you can create a player and get them into a franchise here. So hopefully this video did help you guys out in any way. And again, if it did, make sure you guys are dropping a like, hitting that subscribe button down below. But guys, until the next tip video, I will see you guys in the next one.